Hi, friends. Hi, friends. It's me. You know the drill. Stay to the end for the best story. So, in our house, we have this one weird corner that no matter how much the sun shines in, or how much the heater blasts out, it stays cold. Just a little bit of background. This area is actually a void. The previous owners did some funky stuff to this place, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, this corner stays cold. Like seriously, sub-zero cold. One time my wife and I were baking cookies, and the recipe called for room temperature butter. Now, normally you can just microwave butter to make it room temperature, but in this case, the butter was rock hard, so I went into the cold corner and left the butter there for about 10 minutes. When I came back, it was still rock hard. Then I left it longer, like 20 minutes. Still rock hard. I don't know if butter has a melting point, but that butter was close to it. Now, my wife and I love this house. We've been here for 5 years, and we've made a lot of memories. But when that winter rolled around again and the heater started blasting and the sun was shining in, but that corner was still cold, well, let's just say it got a little creepy. I should mention, we have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and they were all grown up and out of the house at college. This was our first Christmas without them, and every Christmas they would come home and open presents on Christmas morning. And then after we had our traditional Chinese food for lunch, we'd head over to my parents' house. But this year was different, so my wife and I were home alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and everything was quiet. Too quiet. My wife was FaceTiming our son, who was at college across the country, and while she was talking to him, I heard footsteps on the stairs. Now, our house has squeaks on the stairs, so I wasn't alarmed. But then the footsteps came closer, and when I heard someone open the front door, I froze. My wife and I looked at each other wide-eyed, and when we didn't hear any voices or see anyone, we decided to ignore it and keep on with what we were doing. A few minutes later, I heard footsteps again, but this time in the kitchen. And then I heard a door open and close. That's when my wife and I started whispering. Did you hear that? Yeah, I heard it too. What do you think it was? I don't know, but we should check it out. So we slowly got up from the couch and started listening. We didn't hear anything, so we decided to go into the kitchen and look around. Nothing. We even checked the back door. It was locked. Then we headed upstairs to check the kids' rooms. They were empty, just like we knew they would be. But then, as we were walking down the hallway, we saw this one door slightly ajar. And when we opened it, well, this is where things got freaky. In the middle of my daughter's room, standing in the cold spot, was a boy we hadn't seen in years. And standing there next to him was a girl we'd never seen before. Both of them were pale and their eyes were red and sunken. They didn't seem to notice us standing in the doorway. They were staring straight ahead at the cold corner. Hello, my wife and I said at the same time. The boy turned around and his face was contorted in pain. He started screaming at us. The girl screamed as well. And as they were screaming, they began to shake violently. And in a flash, they disappeared. We didn't hear anything after that, so we closed the door and went downstairs. I don't know what happened that day. I don't know if we were sleep-deprived or what. All I do know is that that corner has never been cold since, and not a single person, including myself, has ever stepped foot in that corner.